The Wages of Fear is a thriller film about a group of men who are driving two trucks filled with nitroglycerin to extinguish an oil well fire. Before I get to this review, leave it for more film content. I only watched this film as a preparation for William Friedkin's Sorcerer, where they're both adaptations of a book. I've heard this is highly regarded by film lovers, but I didn't know why. And now after watching this movie, I can definitely understand why to a certain extent, but I don't necessarily love it. The acting is pretty solid, especially these two main actors where their chemistry is the best part of the movie. It really builds on their friendship that is the primary reason why this movie is doing very well. They got each other's backs, they're willing to do anything to help each other, but they're also willing to snap back at one another for doing something they thought was wrong. The first act of the film does a good job for the most part of keeping these characters developed and interesting enough to make me wonder where this is going. It does take too much of its time to get to the main point, but when it does get to the main point, it really gets going. There's a lot of conversations going on in the truck driving that I do think are very interesting, and there are some set pieces that do get pretty tense, which uses a lot of practical effects to show the severity of the situation that is really effective to see. There's a scene that involves wood that's very sturdy that really keeps you on the edge of your seat that you want this truck to get through it. It goes through the act of desperation these characters go through just to get to the destination that it really showcased from their expressions. But one of the main issues I had with the movie, besides the beginning taking a little bit too much time to get things settled, is the ending. I totally understand what it's trying to do, but the way that it's handled was so goofy and silly despite a very impressive practical effect. It was so clumsily presented that it almost came across as comical, which took me out of the movie a lot when it's trying to be more so serious. Other than that, The Wages of Fear is a good film that definitely deserves that cultural status towards film lovers, even if there are some points that definitely were kind of frustrating. I give this film a 7 out of 10. If you like this review, leave a like, favorite, and follow more favorite review content.